Hey, what's up, everyone? Ralph here. So I got a good one for you guys, right? So in this video, we have a young lady, and she believes that the whole 9 to 5 working thing is a scam, right? And if you watched any of my videos, then you know how I feel about 9 to 5. But to say a 9 to 5 is a scam, I wouldn't put it that way. We've been conditioned to think that working the 9 to 5 is the only way to make money, right? You go to school, you get good grades, get good grades, and then get a good job, retire at 65, and then die, right? But we all know that there's different ways to do this, right? Like I said, you can work the 9 to 5, you can start your own business, or do other things to make money. So when she says it's a scam, I mean, obviously that's not the case, but it's just that we've been conditioned to think that, right? But you know what? Let's just hear what she has to say, and then I'll provide my thoughts on it.
Working a 9 to 5 is the biggest scam out there. The biggest scam. How the you want to sit here and tell me that I work every day of my life, every day, but I still don't have enough to pay my bills?
Well, I mean, look, I can answer that. Well, there's one of two things, right? You either spend too much money, right? And you spend more than you make, therefore you can't pay your bills because, like I said, you spend too much. Or maybe you got your finances in order, no debt, you're good financially, right? It's the only problem is that you don't make enough. So you got to increase your income, right? So that means you have to acquire some skills so that you can command the salary that's going to help you pay your bills, right? So it's either spend too much, you spend more than you make, or you just don't make enough and you have to increase your value and make more money. But continue.
How? And before you say, oh, get a better job, bitch, I have had 4 jobs. 4 different, completely different type of jobs. All different pays. And how are you going to tell me none of those 4 jobs could pay my bills?
Well, so there you go, right? You have 4 jobs. 4 jobs is a lot of jobs, man. Like there's people with 1 job and they're able to get by. You got 4 jobs. That means you probably have a lot of money, right? 4 jobs. So maybe my thing is it's probably a spending problem, because if you got 4 jobs, you got a lot of money. Or maybe that the reason why you have 4 jobs is because you don't have your skill levels aren't good enough to command 1 job that's going to eventually pay all your bills. It's one or the other, right? It's either you got the money with your 4 jobs and you're spending too much, or your skills are not good up to par where you can just get that 1 job that pays a lot of money and then you can then pay your bills. It's one or the other, right? But continue.
How? Working for people is scamming, bro. A scam. But then, you know what? There's drug dealers and scammers out here sitting on their ass living their best life.
I'll tell you, she provides a lot of content. She has a lot to say. She makes a lot of interesting points. So about the drug dealers living their best life. I mean, I don't know if you know any drug dealers out here. I mean, they gotta worry about the police, right? They gotta worry about other drug dealers trying to delete them. I don't know if that's the life I want to live. I've seen the movies, it's not. I know sometimes they look like they got the nice house, nice cars, but I don't want to always be looking over my shoulder. I doubt that you guys want to do the same. So I don't know if they're out there. I don't know if these are the best examples of people that you want to say are working outside the 9 to 5 conditions. That is something that you want to do yourself. So I mean, but let her talk.
When I don't have time to go do anything fun. When I don't have the money to go do anything fun. I am so tired of working for people. It's not even funny. Like, I swear to God, if somehow I win the lottery, get a scratch off ticket, some shit, and get like 10 bands, honey, I am quitting my job and I am starting my own business. Because
I mean, like, I'm gonna tell you something. You don't need 10 bands to start a business, man. We live in the information age, technology age, man. You don't need 10 bands to start a business. And the fact that you think that you need that tells me that I'm not sure you have a plan yet, or you have a plan on which business that you're gonna start, right? I think you just think, you're gonna get 10 bands, you're gonna quit your job, and then you're gonna start some business. Because look at, man, when it comes to starting these businesses, I'm gonna tell you, man, there's years where you don't make no money. And according to her, man, she can't pay her stuff. So it's gonna be kind of hard to just unless she's gonna be do that on the side. But she got 4 jobs. I don't even think she got time to breathe. Like 4 jobs, you working 24/7, right? I don't know why you're worried about the 9 to 5, but starting a business is not just easy as doing it. I would recommend that she do it. I would tell everybody start a business. That's the best thing to do. But understand, it ain't easy. You gotta put in some work. There's times there's years months and years, you just don't make any money. You have to go through that grind. But to think that she needs 10 bands, you don't need 10 bands. Like, we live in a technology age, you don't need 10 bands. You get, like she said, she's on TikTok right now. She's just using her phone. So you think outside the box, you could find a way to make some money. But let her talk.
I am so tired of working for people. Like, dead ass. Like, people need to be more aware of how much a 9-to-5 is a scam. A literal scam. It is nothing but a scam. And I'm sorry about my lisp. My tongue ring is still healing. But it's a scam. It's a f***ing scam. They make you do all this work. You're overworked. They don't care. They'll replace you in a day if, like, something happens. They don't care about you. They just care about their shit. That's why it's a scam.
so it's a scam because they don't care about you, right? Young lady, I don't know if you know what a scam is, because it's not a scam because they don't care about you. That's just the way it is when you work for other people, right? There's other companies where there's good owners, good bosses, where they take care of their employees, and then there's these big corporations. They don't really care. You're just a number, right? And that's just the way it is. You got to accept it. Like, they don't care about you. Just get over it. It's just the way it is. You go in there, do your work, do your job, get paid, and keep moving, right? You don't like it, then figure out another way. But to say that's a scam because they don't care about you, I mean, obviously that's just not the case.
You don't get cared for. You get overworked. You make no money. You're still stressing. It's f***ing ridiculous, bro. And then they want to talk about inflation and shit, but then what we get paid doesn't reciprocate to inflation. So they want to raise everything prices up here, but we're still getting paid down here. So what does that mean? We have to work a shit ton more. And then we might hit what we need. No time off, no time for fun, no extra money, still stressing, or you might not even make it, Yeah. Working 9-to-5 is a scam, and it needs to be talked about and stopped, because this is bullshit.
Oh, it's being talked about, man. I go on TikTok and everybody's talking about it. They talking about how much they hate 9-to-5s. They're tired of corporate life. Look, I get it. Everyone's talking about it, man. These people are out here. People can't talk enough about it, right? And I get it, man. Like, if you look at the conditions today, man, inflation, things are way more expensive. Everybody out here trying to do it on their own, and that's going to make things even more difficult. And it's just the way it is. It's not going to change, right? Obviously, she looks like I didn't see any ring on her finger or anything like that. So I'm guessing she's single, no husband. So she's doing this all on her own. Got the dog in the background. It's hard doing it by yourself, right? This world is not meant for single people, and especially single women, right? And you have to come up with a plan, because things like the prices of stuff are not going down. It's only going to go up. So you have to start coming up, being proactive, right? If you need to understand that, look at, man, if you can't afford the things that, just to make, if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you can't afford your bare necessities, then you have to be proactive and start coming up with a plan. And that I always tell people, man, look at, while you're working a job, start a side hustle, start a business. Right? Stop waiting for things to happen. You got to make things happen, because this is just a reality, right? You got the government manipulating dollars, printing dollars, making things more expensive, and you expect your company to solve your problems or to get help you get pay the things that you need. It's just not the case anymore. Like, the way inflation is going it's higher than the rate is going higher than what you're being paid. So you got to figure it out. It's not easy. But complaining on TikTok is, like I said, it's not gonna solve the problem. You could be using this time to come up with a plan. But obviously for a lot of people, it's just coming on TikTok, complaining about things costing too much and not being able to afford things. I get it. It's a bit of therapy for them. But I'm always the type of person like, hey, all right, what can I do? What do I have to do? Like, what's the plan? What do I have to do? Right? And if a job is not going to get me where I need to be, then I need to find an alternative. And I would always recommend that for a lot of people. It's not easy. It's not for everyone, but this is what I would do. This is what I would recommend for a lot of people, because, like I said, you work at your job 9-to-5, unless you're keeping your expenses very low, right, and maintain it, because you can get by. Like, you can get by. You just have to be very frugal when it comes to your lifestyle. But for a lot of people, they spend a lot. We live in a consumption nation, or where people like to consume things, people like to buy. But if you're going to do that, then you need to understand you're not gonna, your expenses going to increase more than your income. So yeah, so these are my thoughts on what she has to say. She, like I said, she made a lot of interesting points. She has a lot to say. Gave me some good laughs. But let me know what your thoughts are. All right. Make sure to leave a comment down below. Hit the like button, share, and if you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe. All right. So you guys take care. Have a good one. Later.